years, we've had super amazing critical and financial successes. The industry's growing, and there's nothing funny about it. Arguably, the most successful recent games, Desktop Dungeons, Visceral Cleanup Detail, and Broforce. They're awesome. I love them. Yeah, they're niche games, you know. But basically, of all our South African games, of most of the successful ones, most of them started around this core funny joke. Broforce was what happened if you played as an American action movie hero. Visceral Cleanup Details, who cleans up after the sci-fi hero guy? And that's a cool gift. But like, there's nuance to this humor that's interesting. This humor is like mostly satirical / parody. Broforce is a satire of American foreign policy, American movie culture, and overt masculinity. Visceral Cleanup Detail parodies every Western sci-fi movie ever, and Desktop Dungeons writing is also a masterful parody of Western high fantasy. Danny also told me something cool at dinner, and this is going to blow your brain, but the menu of Desktop Dungeons is actually your meta character looking at all the dungeon reports of adventurers on a desktop. Therefore, Desktop Dungeons. Brain explosion, right? Okay, so essentially South African games are making money off getting people to laugh at Westerners and getting Westerners to laugh at themselves. That's pretty cool. So last year Danny at Amaze, and like many times before, said like there's no market for SA themed games, and he's right. You have to break out of South Africa in order to break in to get media attention. It's getting better, but more than that, the market isn't really big enough to support fully fledged developed games yet. However, that doesn't mean you can't or shouldn't make South African games. In fact, I think Broforce, Visceral Cleanup Detail, and Desktop Dungeons are all South African themed games. So when you think of a South African themed game, you might think of something like this. Woo! Flappy Beret. My variation of a Flappy Bird game, we plays Julius Malema, South African politician, and put shower heads and like berets on like other politicians. It's all about South African culture, but really South African themed games don't just have to be about that. It can also be about looking at the outside world with a South African perspective, right? When you're embedded in the culture, it's difficult to comment on and critique it. Being South African means we understand that culture, but we aren't overwhelmed by it. We're able to escape it. Our slight separation from that culture enables us to make observations and jokes that perhaps more deeply embedded in that culture wouldn't be able to perceive or think about, right? So, make South African games. Make fun of the West. Make satires of things you love. Make games with South African perspectives. Make South African games. Because all of those things above use South African culture, and people actually want to buy them. Broforce, Visceral Cleanup Detail, and Desktop Dungeons are examples of successful South African games that are selling South African perspectives to the outside world, to outsiders. Here's another gift. Okay, I'm done. Yeah!
But you still have 1 minute.
That's a good thing.
And who's next? Can we just switch this? Thank you very much, Ben.
Yeah!
Well done, well done, well done. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
You should know.
We don't have the lineup
We
there.
what done?
Do we have the lineup somewhere?
There's a lineup.
Just go in order.
Just playing, you know, playing with you guys. So no.
Yeah, there's a lineup.
But I can't read it anymore. So, next on stage is. Do you have any questions to Ben?
What's the lineup?
Ask me about my haircut.
Is it a cool haircut?
No, it's kind of 90s apparently.
No, it's cool.
What's South African about your hair?
Dude, this is Tony Zeff.
You look like Dick Carter.
Thanks,
Don't know if that's a good thing.
I think so.